My parents were both there to bring me up in a good childhood. The worst thing I did to fit in is to grab the pipe and smoke. The moment I got addicted to drugs is the moment I got expelled from school. Yeah, not matriculating made me feel like you're not worthy to be that man that you want to be. My addiction lasted for 17 years. But now I feel through the grace of God that I have that calling upon my life to be that man I want to be. So now I can speak to the Lord freely. I can feel that the Lord is answering my prayers. I feel a sense of calling upon my life because I would really like to seek the Lord's face further to become one day maybe a pastor, because I'm a pastor's son. So I would really like to take over the legacy that he has built for himself, for me to go further on with it.
I started getting into trouble when I was in grade 8 at the age of 14 years. I started off with smoking weed, high school, and I left school smoking weed in grade 10 when I used to go to prison in and out. So the community was like fed up because I go to prison and I come back, they always see me and I still do stuff. So the community was so fed up of me, they were about to come burn me up. So that's when I started to know that your life is tough now. I put my mother through hell, my children through hell, my sisters were also traumatized. I never thought that there's still hope for me. I was thinking my life was gonna end up in the streets. But now I think differently now. The home has changed my perspective of thinking. I've been serving as an usher and I've been helping Sister Mari in the home with administration. Now I'm a woman of God, willing to serve God, like willing to follow the call of God.
Me, I was very difficult growing up. So basically going to prison once and twice for housebreaking, assault, and then drug possession. Kind of just opened my eyes. Adjusting when I came into the home was a bit difficult for me. The rules and the home helped me a lot. Being a little more self-controlled will help me see to a few other things in my own life. And commitment is one of them, and setting goals are another. As soon as I graduate the home, helping out in the ministry would help me see that where God really wants me to be is probably just right closer unto Him and to do His work and to help. I would like to share that the Victory Home, the Victory Outreach has really extended a huge hand of help in my own life. I don't know where I would have been if it wasn't for the home. The home has really helped me and has really grown me as an individual and as a person. And I'm really, really grateful for that.
When my father's children were cheating on me, it really affected me in a very bad way. And that's where the drug abuse started. When I was at my worst, it started to affect the children. And when my family want nothing to do with me. Yes, the Lord has showed me that I can reach souls and I can be the best mother that I can be to my children. I feel that I have a calling to be a home director. Yes, I want to reach souls, and I think there's a need in Pretoria. At the moment, I'm at newcomers, but I also serve in hospitality and kids gang also.
Well, as a teenager, I become like a drug addict from the age of 13 years old, being in gangsterism. When I started to realize that I'm at my worst, my first child got born. I'm taking the money that I should have given to him, and I'm taking the money that I should buy Kimbies, and I take the money that his mother saving for him to go buy clothes. I'm trying to steal from him. My mother started to push me out of the house because when I step in the house, I take everything. I'm grateful for Victory Outreach because why? They changed me, they make me a new man. They shape me, mold me, do to me what other people can't do to me. My mother, my father couldn't change me. But they did change me. But now it doesn't matter to me anymore with the number. I want to see my children grow up and see me as a daddy for them, not as a drug addict for them. And I'm looking out to do the ushering servant in the house of the Lord. The way I think now God has a plan for me, man. There's a purpose in my life.
Growing up as a child, I was raised by my granny. I never stayed with my mommy. I don't know my daddy. But my fall into addiction is the day that my granny passed away. So for 5 years, I was on drugs. I've been thrice locked up before I got sentenced to 8 months in prison. How I heard about the home was on one Thursday. We were sitting in courtyard and the Ashudan came and said like, those who go to Victory Outreach, you guys should line up and get ready. And I asked the one girl, what's Victory Outreach? What is this? And they said like, it's like a church. And I came into the room and then I saw Present Ministry woman there. Somehow my spirit, like I could feel something moving in me. And I just started to cry. And I didn't know why I was crying, but I was crying. And it was in such a small setting where I got saved and that I gave my heart over to Jesus. I never worried of anything. It was just me and the drug. Well, after I graduate home, I'm going to be a mother for my son, a daughter for my mother, and I'm going to change the youth in my community.
I didn't have a father, and I wasn't grown up with a father. I've been raised through my aunties, my grandmother's sisters. Age 16, I had my first child, and as the years went on, I had another 3 more. So in total, I have 4 kids. I lacked a lot of things as being a father, you know, because I never stick too long in their life, and I think that reflects also how I haven't been raised with a father. I haven't been taught how to be a father, you know, how to be a man. I started at the age of 16, actually 15, on my way to 16. And I think when I started to realize when I had a problem was when I was 17. As I came to the home, a very angry person, you know, but the home gave me the platform to build a relationship with Jesus and to overcome all that things. I want to still stay into the ministry. I want to stay still on in the home for another 6 more months, you know, in the discipleship home, and still be involved in ministry. I'm currently in ministry now, in sound ministry at the church.
My childhood, I grew up without a father. I would say it affected me negatively because without my father around, I look up to older guys in the community. The first time I ever tried tuck was on the night of my matric pool. We did it weekends only. And from that weekends, it just grew. I was addicted to drugs for 21 years. I ended up in prison. What changed my life inside the home was seeing how guys in the home break down in the presence of God and knowing where they come from. Guys that are murderers, that are thieves, that really tough guys, how they get broken in the presence of God and how they change their lives. They're really guys that are really rough, that come from rough lives, and they won't think twice to kill someone, but now they think twice even to say something wrong to a person, and they just keep on encouraging people now, and they're very compassionate, they're very giving, and have the serving wood. Guys who now pray, they pray warriors. They really want to evangelize. They see themselves going out, reaching out those that are still lost and bound. And it's amazing to see how they step out and step into the presence of God. What I'm currently doing is I'm ushering right there now. And I love doing ushering to help. I love the pastoral team, the leaders. I really want to be under them, and I want them to disciple me much further in my step with God.